We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
You know I blame it on industry. I blame it on my own hypocrisy. Miseducation and politicians. No one's willing to step up and speak.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Pace Radio Show. It's May the 5th, 2021 and we are live and being heard here at paceradio.net. I'm Al Graham and tonight my joint host is Kim Cooper and we're going to be talking art and the cannabis form of it plus so much more. So let's get at her. Hello Kim, and how are you doing tonight?
I'm not doing too bad, Al. Hanging in there, best you can do nowadays, I think.
I think so. That's right. Like, fuck. Where is the warm weather, man? Like, I'm getting overcast and wet.
Yeah, who ordered this shit?
No, I know it wasn't me, man. We had warmer days in March, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah. The end of March, the start of April was gorgeous out there. I mean, people were actually out suntanning in Northern Ontario amongst the snow because it was so bloody warm.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's May and it's like, oh. What happened?
Yeah, what happened? What happened? Where'd it go? What happened to our summer? I hope it just did disappear that quick.
Yeah, that was it. Back to that week in March there.
That's right. Exactly. Where'd it go? It lasted for 1 week, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to Canada. Oh, Christ. We got lots going on in the news, and we're going to cover an important one tonight.
Yes, we are for sure. And that is the federal government. We've reported a couple times in the past the federal government is doing a review of the medical program here in Canada. And the review, or the consultation period, ends this Friday. 2 days, two more days.
2 more days.
They're taking input in from people across the country. From patients, municipalities, so on and so forth, other governments on the things that basically when you read the preamble and all that on what the government put out, looking for the things that people had the concerns about. Yeah.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease, as always. And I've been saying this for, 5 weeks now. Every single week I've been harping. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Those that scream loudest are the ones that are going to be heard. So if the people that are against your personal right to grow that has been federally mandated are screaming louder than you are to keep it, you could lose it.
That's right. Exactly right. And I happened to find a report from a local municipality to me, down in Quinte, what their submission is going to be. So it gives you a bit of an idea. This is just one municipality. And this is coming, and municipalities from across the country can all write in. So there's literally thousands of them, right?
And they are. They're doing it. This is only one that we're going to highlight.
That's right, yes. They say that the issue is that information provided by Health Canada has identified that personal production license categories prevent cannabis production as well as in excess of the recommended average for personal or medical consumptions. They say is high as 18 times more.
Yeah. So what they're saying is 18 times more the amount you're getting a license to grow. They're using the numbers compared to, say, the large numbers of senior citizens that have entered the medical program as of the last 2 years since legalization as the guideline. So people that are fairly new and overall in the medical program that are receiving their medication from a licensed producer and buying it from a licensed producer, on average, is about just over 2 grams per day. Whereas people with medical production licenses, or otherwise known as your right to grow, it's never been called a medical production license. That is a new term that has been put on this to highlight that it's production rather than personal grow. Under the law, it's called your personal right to grow your medicine.
So what are they?
So that's like at 30 grams a day on average.
So their remedy for this is that the legislation for personal production licenses should only permit plant numbers in line with an average personal consumption rate and should be tied to personal medical prescriptions. So basically, when they were saying, you said like 2 grams, and that's exactly what was in the draft from the government. They're talking about if they at the 5 plants per gram ratio that they presently use, they're talking about a patient should be growing no more than 10 plants.
Yeah, 2 grams a day, all patients across the board. Whether you're a senior citizen using it for one ailment or somebody that's, in chronic condition suffering from multiple ailments, using it for multiple remedies over a long period of time where tolerance has built up over 20 years, are supposed to use the same amount as the brand new patient that's 80 years old.
Yeah. Or, the people who obviously are new into cannabis as far as medical will have lower tolerances.
Absolutely. So, a lot of the patients that we've got the right to grow, we've been doing this for decades. Tolerance is built. It's the same as your pill prescription gets increased, so does this.
Okay, we got to get through this quickly. Now, the next one is that they say that commercial production facilities have to go through certain reviews, which include security, emissions, lighting, staffing, traffic, and resource management. So like traffic management stuff. They believe, and they say that designators don't have to do that. They believe that designated producers should have to do those things.
Yeah, they call it a loophole. They're going after the designated grower population. Anybody that's a designated grower can have up to 4 personal production licenses in one location, and that is what they're going after.
Yeah, it's 2 per person, but 2 people in one location makes 4 licenses. That's right. And they're suggesting these people should be doing traffic review or resource management stuff.
Yeah, or have production licenses.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah. It's let's see. Federal licenses, particularly for designated producers, are issued prior to confirmation of any municipality requirements.
That's it. And once again, they're going after the designated grower. The designated grower is a target. Now they will also want the right to issue their own license for growing there. So their own inspection on top of the Health Canada one, and say, we're going to give you the right to do that here, or we can say no. So 2 targets on your designated growers out there, patients. Yeah,
they say a license should not be issued until municipal confirmation and approval of zonings. Yeah. And then they're complaining about. They're also complaining about the lack of inspection and enforcement. And they want they should provide, the federal government should provide local-based inspection services to qualify and enforce the licenses that they are issuing. So they want the municipalities to approve licenses as far as location-wise. Yeah.
We've been talking about this for months and months. We've been telling people your medical system is under fire. They are coming after it. And, nobody's really done anything about it. Everybody kind of has been sitting back saying, no, we're safe. We're covered from the courts. Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, what do you say? Get on with the show?
Absolutely. Let's get on to brighter things.
That's right. At this time, I'd like to welcome our guest, an artist that many of us have seen the work of. We'd like to welcome artist Joshua Boulet to the Pace Radio Show. Hello, Joshua. How are you?
I'm good. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on the show.
Hey, we appreciate you coming on and talking to us and our listeners and letting us, spread the word about the great work that you've been doing.
Right on.
All right. So what we normally do here is you're Kim's guest, I'm the guy walking the controls, asking a few questions, so I always throw things over to Kim, and she'll hit you with some questions, and I'll jump in as we go along.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks so much, Al. Josh Boulet. We're just going to call you Boulet from here on in. It's going to be, I'm going to try to anyway. I'm going to probably get Josh out of my mouth more often than I care to admit right now. But yeah, it's going to happen for sure. I've been following you for a really, really long time. I love what you do. I've been following you all over the world. Watching you sketch throughout Europe. I joined you on your European trip there a few years back, and that was a lot of fun, seeing Europe through your eyes and through the sketch pad, and watching you leave this trail of magnificence behind you in the wake of everywhere that you've been. And it's been quite the journey. And during conversation with my partner here on the station, Al, lo and behold, I find out there's also a tie to TY.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's where Josh and I would have met during TY at the Expo.
It's funny how we've all come into this space right here in this moment in time from different directions, and all through your art. Tell us about the start of your journey, this marvelous journey that you've been on. How the hell did you decide to just start drawing everywhere you went? It's a passion.
It was just like something I needed to do, just being fed up with not doing what I felt like I was supposed to be doing, and just going for it, just doing it, not questioning it, not thinking about it, just buying a plane ticket, jumping on the plane, and worrying about things once I got there. And TY was actually going to Toronto was some of the first places I actually started traveling to.
Really, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. You would have. Georgia Tunes was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember me, but I was there as well. You were doing the Green Reaper. Green Reaper. Green Reefer?
Yep. Green Reefer, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Cannabis superhero.
Yes.
Superhero.
That's
and
right.
I've used that drawing on my page before I even knew you drew it.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, awesome.
It's amazing how art can bring everyone together.
Totally. That is definitely a great thing about art, and I feel very lucky sometimes when, people say things like that, and that is a realization. It's just beautiful, yeah.
And we so need that today. You created some marvelous pieces that have absolutely nothing to do with cannabis, but I really love the one that I chose actually for our ad copy today, with the wings on the wall. Somebody could just stand in front of it and poof, they've got wings. That's freaking cool.
Yeah, thank you. That's a mural I did in a local retail shop in Frisco, Texas.
Now that's cool. Like, that's interactive art. That gives the passerby a chance to become a piece of that art on film for themselves.
Yeah, and that's one thing I really do try to do a lot with my art, is have it interact with the audience. I'm not sure how successful I have been lately with that, but there was a period of time where that's exactly everything I was producing was having some kind of interaction with the audience.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love that. You've done so many pieces all over the place. Tell us a bit about your European trip when you're going across all over the place. Well, shit, I seen you in I think in Lisbon and in Paris and all over the friggin' place.
Oh yeah, there was. I don't know the exact number, but there's probably like 10 places that I did in Europe and equal in Asia as well. Basically, it was kind of like what I was saying earlier. It was kind of like, just go ahead and do it. I bought the ticket, and even to the last minute, I was like, okay, if anything happens, I'm going to cancel this. but I'm so glad I didn't. And I ended up just going and just drawing, and I loved it. And I went back to Europe twice. The first time.
Oh, yeah, he dropped.
He dropped.
Yeah, he dropped.
Josh, we'll get Josh back in.
I'm calling him back right now. Just give us a second.
We're going to call Josh back.
Yeah. So
it happens. He's far away, so...
Hello.
There we got him back. We got him.
I was boring, huh?
No, it wasn't us. It was a tech thing.
Okay.
Gremlins in the line, man. Gremlins in the line.
Carry on.
So it's called Sketch the World, what I do. And my ultimate goal would to be try to visit as many places as possible. Would I ever be able to sketch the entire world? I don't know if that's possible, for me, but I would love to do that. But, I was in Europe. I went to, Berlin, Paris, Spain, and...
Oh, no.
Oh, no. There he goes again.
Happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
I wonder if he's mobile, moving.
I don't know.
There he is. Hello, are you mobile, man, or what? What's going on? Or are you just sitting still?
I'm sitting still. I'm at the house on my cell phone.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. That sucks that keeps happening, because, you just get on a roll of telling us a great story, and to get cut off really sucks.
All right,
do you think it's because of the cell phone, or?
I don't know. We've never had that before. We've had cell phones on. It just a bad line.
We've had calls drop here and there, but I've never had 3 in a row like this. This is
right.
So I'm keeping an eye on you.
Yeah,
okay.
We're going to keep an eye on that feed. But yeah, so Sketch the World. You're all over the bloody place. What is that? You pick up work along the way too, right? It's somebody wants a mural done, and you do it while you're there.
That's well, I do freelance normally, but that's what I plan is when I'm doing Sketch the World is to keep an income coming, so that way I can constantly travel and not have to worry too much about how I'm going to eat and where I'm going to sleep, that type of thing, because there's something to do. I'll sell a drawing that I've done. I'll be on the street sketching and drawing, and then someone will come up and be like, "Oh, hey, I like that drawing," and we'll end up talking.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, so maybe we should try and do a reload on this entire show. Go to a commercial break.
We'll go to a commercial.
And we're going to try and reload the entire thing.
Well, yeah, I'll go to the commercial, and we'll
take a look at it.
Yeah, all I can do is go to the commercial, but I can't stop the program, or restart the program. So, it's just Josh keeps falling. You're fine. So for me to call you back, I don't know.
Do you think it'd be better to talk on the computer than the cell phone?
Have you got Skype?
I don't know if I have it available right now. I know I got Zoom available.
Yeah, I can't bring that over through to the radio end of things. That's a problem there. Got a landline?
No, I don't. Only the cell phone. I bet I
okay.
can download Skype. Are we on commercial? Or are we still?
No, we're still live.
But we're going to go to commercial, and we're going to play around with some tech and see if we can't get Mr. Boulet, a little bit more stable, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, see what happens. All right, off break we go. Kim and I will determine and continue our discussion, hopefully, with Joshua Boulet. And this is the Pace Radio Show. We are live here at paceradio.net.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
BMA Hydroponics has everything you need to succeed. Visit our hydroponics superstore at 404 Maitland Drive in Belleville, and we'll show you how to grow your own quality cannabis for pennies per gram. We're open Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Thursdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 613-967-9888. BMA Hydroponics. It's worth the drive.
The only way to go.
CP operates a medicinal cannabis signing clinic. If you want to grow your own medicinal cannabis and are located anywhere in Canada, then I'd like to suggest that you give them a call. They can be reached at 1-613-967-9888. That's 1-613-967-9888, and grow on with CP.
Are you interested in Canadian and international cannabis news? If you are, then catch myself, Kim Cooper, and Al Graham for our live reefer report on the Pace Radio Network, found at paceradio.net.
A doctor's job is to relieve your pains. And when it comes to growing cannabis, the biggest pain is trimming. Let Dr. Buck Cannabis Trimming Solutions take the pain away. Whether you're a home grower or a commercial operation, we have the cure. From 4 plants to 400 plants, garden size doesn't matter. Dr. Buck Cannabis Trimming Solutions comes to you with years of experience and professional discreet service. It's simple. We trim your weed and we do a damn good job. Visit drbuckcts.com to book your trimming.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
The People's Alliance of Cannabis in Canada is an organization working to improve cannabis legalization in Canada. They have a mission and values that includes all Canadians, no matter where they come from. The values are including everyone, as no one should be excluded from participating, equality, diversity, advocacy, along with cannabis education and research, plus industry, safety, and professional standards. If this is an organization that has the same values as you, check them out at peoplesallianceofcannabisincanada.ca. Once again, peoplesallianceofcannabisincanada.ca. Check them out.
At Legacy 420, we believe in being different.
Experience the difference of quality control.
Our labs provide tested formulations for all of our products.
Experience the difference in trust.
Our customers can trust that we are following up-to-date COVID precautions for their safety.
Experience the difference in accessibility.
We're open 7 days a week. Please visit our website, legacy420.com, or contact us for curbside pickup as well as nationwide mail order shipping.
Legacy 420 values overall wellness.
Come and experience the difference of Legacy 420.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net. Hello, we are back, and you're listening to the Pace Radio Show. We are live here at paceradio.net, or you can catch us at you can catch it afterwards as a podcast at paceradioshow.com, or you can even catch us live there as well. Tonight in the program, we're joined by our guest artist Joshua Boulet, plus my joint host, Northern Ontario, Kim Cooper. And how's the lung, Kim?
I'm getting there. Late dab. I did my dab too late before we were coming back. It's like, oh fuck, I haven't done my dab yet. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah.
Before the break, we're talking about with Josh, and he was traveling and stuff, and we're having issues with Josh and dropping out of the call. And,
the entire break, Josh was stable. And I'm going to use the line, he told us the most marvelous story, you had to be there. No.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't remember it now, though.
No, neither can I. But we were talking about you traveling around the world and about your drawings. And
working along the way, commissioning pieces. I mean, it must be a great feeling to know when you leave, one of these communities, hey, I'm leaving a piece of me behind.
Totally. Yeah, that is a good feeling, but not as good as being like, okay, I know where I can buy lunch today. So
yeah. I hear that.
Sometimes I'll look back on my stuff and I'll think, oh yeah, that's right. I sold a piece to that person here in Amsterdam, or someone in Japan has my artwork. That's so cool. So yeah, that's definitely a good feeling though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
your pieces are so cool too.
Yeah, and Craig, Music and Mary Jane with Craig McEachran on Sundays. He had a guest recently that traveled the world as well, playing music.
Yeah,
Instead of, an artist, but in a different form of artery, right? Yeah.
Artists traveling the world, leaving bits and parts behind, right? You also, besides leaving them behind, of course, you have your sketchbook. And you've got a really cool website, and it's just your name, joshuaboulet.com. And Al and I have been perusing that all afternoon and looking at some of the marvelous pieces. I mean, pictures of the sign. You're in Gibraltar with your sketchbook. I mean, some of the places that you've been are not tourist traps.
Oh yeah, I would prefer to not do the actual normal tourist thing. But what's funny is I actually do that a lot. There's like the Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I say, I don't do the normal tourist thing, but at the same time, I end up at those spots a lot. But
you've got to see them at least once, but then veer off.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, like in Paris, it was like, you knew you were in Paris when you're standing at the bottom of the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
So that was super cool.
Yes, very cool. Very cool indeed. I've seen several pictures when you were on your tour and on your travels with your sketchbook in hand, and a few videos of you while you were drawing and stuff. What a marvelous, marvelous way to spend your time. Some of the stuff that you do is really hard hitting. Even just the simpler ones, when you start looking and paying attention to what's in these sketches. I'm looking at one now, and it's you, a drawing of you holding a sketchbook with a pencil, drawing the beach and the water.
Okay.
And the bridge is off in the distance, and there's the clouds, and you can see the kind of weather that was happening that day. It's not people in bathing suits. It's people you can see. They're bundled up. They're in warmer clothes. They're walking by hard water. It's windy. You can almost feel it.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, that's definitely. I try to just capture the scene there, the feeling. So I'll sit down and just observe and start at one point and just. I'm starting on drawing the beach and then the waves, and I'm putting the people in, and the people that come by, they're constantly moving. So one person in the drawing might be like 3 people that walk by me.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff indeed. It really invokes a feeling, and to get that from a sketch, it's pretty powerful.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why I've been following your shit for so long.
Awesome. I can't wait to go and travel again and do this. I just, with the way things have been lately, it's been a little crazy, like for me mentally, dealing with it. I'm not trying to downplay anyone else's ordeals during this pandemic or whatnot, but I've definitely been feeling it where like it's just like, oh man, when am I going to be able to go out and travel again? This is getting crazy.
Getting the itch to get moving.
Yeah,
a lot of people are
hearing that a lot from the artist community. No matter which form of art you're involved in, artists in general are free spirits, and a lot of times you feed your oxygen comes from the general public. For you, it's traveling and being able to get these images to produce these pieces. For like a musician, it's feeding off the energy of the people listening to their music. For the comedian, it's the laughter of the audience. And hearing that this is all oxygen, food, blood, water, for any artist, I think. So yeah, the artist community is really feeling what's going on for sure.
Yeah. I like those analogies that you gave. Those are great.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm across the board with people in that segment.
Artists, getting out and about, that gives you inspirations for drawings.
Yeah,
for your artwork. Musicians are the same way. They sing about life experiences, and artists, they put it in pictures, as drawings, where people can actually see it.
That's right.
Like Kim described that picture there, and it's letting people, feeling what you're feeling at that time.
Yeah, you feel it off of. I'm looking at a computer-generated image of this sketch. It's not even the actual sketch, and I'm still getting that resonating through the screen.
Nice. Thank you.
So, I mean, that speaks volumes, I think, to the level that of the stuff that you produce. Really, I've been a big fan of yours for a while. And then I started seeing the cannabis-related stuff. And I got very excited. I was like, oh, look.
He smokes weed.
He smokes weed. And that brought a whole new energy level to my excitement for your work. So I started exploring that. And I love the one with Willie and Snoop.
Oh, yeah, I seen that one. I'm on his wall here. I seen that one, yes.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one to do. That was actually a commission, but that was definitely a fun one to do.
Yeah, that's a very cool drawing. That's a very cool drawing. And I started seeing, little cannabis leaves and stuff like that popping up in some of your travels and that on the pieces that you were doing. And I thought, oh, well, this guy's all right, isn't he?
Nice. Yeah, one of the hard things about traveling was trying to abide by the law for the most part. So it's hard to have access to that. But when I did find it, that was nice. So in Spain it was legal there, so I was able to find a shop that sold it, no problems. And I spent the first day I obtained some cannabis just sitting in the cafe getting stoned. After a month of not having anything, so
just spending the day. I live here today. We have some catching up to do.
Yeah, pretty much. And I just sat there and I drew, the joint in my hand because I still wanted to draw, but I needed to take care of myself at that point. So
yeah, I hear that. So you're spending time in places like Spain and that. It's I guess it's a welcome respite from traveling in places that do have a lot of prohibition still going on, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
But even in those places, there would be incidents where I'd run into someone and they'd know how to get it through the underground. So, even places where I wasn't supposed to, I still was able to get it. And I'm not going to really say too much. Statute of limitations on that is way past, but where there's a will, there's a way. Totally.
Always in our community. Yeah. Always in our community. We gravitate towards one another. You can be somewhere with a bunch of total strangers, and the pot smokers will wind up in a circle.
Totally.
It happens.
And it just speaks beauty to what the plant is, the beauty of the plant and how it connects people. So yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well, yeah, every time, guaranteed. And I want to go back to the very beginning with your connection to, I guess, cannabis before I was even aware of that connection. And that was at the start of your journeys. And I came in partway through, I guess, with TY. So tell us about your journey to Toronto, the first time you came to TY and what that was like.
Well, it was great. That was like, one of the first big trips I'd taken. I met Georgia Tunes there, and she let me stay with her, so I was actually able to have a place to stay. So that was like taking a big, huge weight of worrying.
Yeah.
It was lifted.
She's great, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing. Hello, Georgia Tunes. And then Marco had I'd been drawing some strips for Marco in the magazine for a while, and he had the expo, and I was able to set up there and just do my live drawing there at the expo, and I met so many amazing people, and the culture there, the Canadian culture for cannabis is way ahead of anything that was going on in the U.S. at the time, and probably still is way ahead of the U.S. But so, like, I remember seeing oil for the first time there and dabbing for the first time there, and I'd come back to the States and I'd be like, oh man, you don't know what's going on over there in Canada right now.
Those crazy Canadians that are out in front of this big building smoking joints downtown. All these people are walking by them.
Yeah. Doing her up. That's what we were doing.
It was good. And that live drawing, I remember that live drawing. You were doing that on a board right there on the floor. And you're putting stuff in.
Oh my God, I remember that. I was just a person. I wasn't connected with anybody in the cannabis community then. I was just there. I was just one of the thousands of people that paid their fee to get in and was walking around. And I remember that. Some guy going crazy with the markers on the board. The big fucking... Oh, that was you!
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. I met you.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Hey, 10 years later.
Nice.
Hey, I have met you.
Oh, very cool. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And if memory serves me right, I believe you presented that big drawing to Marco.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact if it was the deal was I drew that for him. I don't remember how that worked out, but it was published in the magazine and everything.
Correct.
So.
Yes, it was in the magazine, exactly. That would be probably somewhere around issue 30 or something. Offhand, I can't think of offhand exactly where it would be, but yeah, it was quite the drawing. Our booth was nearby. So
very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well, there's several guests now that we've had on that were at TY, and it's like, oh, I remember that. Every time we talk about it, I remember something else because I was just a participant back then, right?
It was over the 4 years that it was held. It was an event that brought people together from all around the world.
Yeah.
South Africa, Europe, Spain, all through the U.S. People were getting to see each other and meet each other in person for the first time at the expos. Like, I remember introducing Pony Boy to Casper Leach, and I thought, geez, all these years, you guys never met in person before?
Really?
They hadn't. Yeah.
It's amazing, that the people that you think must know each other and they don't.
They don't, and they get to meet in person there, and it was always a good time. It was always a good time.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. So that was one at the beginning, at the start of your journeys. What did you do after TY? Where'd you wind up?
If memory serves correctly, I want to say like New York. I did New York next, and then New York was awesome. Ended up, want to say, like several months living in New York over a period, maybe like 2 months, the most extended time at one point. And then I want to say a few other spots, maybe some California, but I eventually ended up in Seattle and stayed there and lived in Seattle for about 7 years.
Right on. Now, New York, that's quite an experience too. New York all by itself is kind of like living all over the world in one state, right? I mean, it's so diverse there with the way people live. You can go from one neighbor to another, and it's like you've crossed a border.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then just discovering like all these exotic foods that are like in the bottom of this building here, and I wouldn't have known it if my friend hadn't taken me there. But it's like just amazing, all these amazing cultures in New York. Yeah, it's like a melting pot. Totally.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, I mean, you go from Manhattan to the Bronx, and it's like, what just happened?
Right.
Right? I mean, it's like can be night and day going from one neighbor to another, and all in such a small space. It's quite an experience going to New York, and to spend time in all of those areas would be really something. It's always been on my bucket list, but I don't know if it'll ever come to be now, but it's always been on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah, it was a great time, a great city for sure.
Yeah. What a place to be for sure. Absolutely. All over the United States is so amazing. Now in California, sunny California, and here we are in 2021. You got a cover.
Yes. For Northwest Leaf Magazine.
Northwest Leaf Magazine.
It's actually all over the Pacific Northwest. So there's Northwest, Northeast, there's Oregon, and there's California as well. So I just used to call it Northwest because that's the first magazine, the original name when I first started doing stuff for them. So that's just a force of habit. But yeah, it's totally all over the West Coast for sure.
Very, very cool. If you look closely at your sketch for this cover, there's a lot of recognizable faces in there.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
You got Tommy Chong, you got Snoop Dogg, you got Method Man, you got Ed Rosenthal, you got Jack Herrera. I'm even in there drawing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Where's Waldo. That's what they came to me. They said, hey, we want to do a couple things in here, and here's a list of people we want to put in, and I threw in a couple extra ones like an alien and then Batman. So
very cool. Yeah, I mean, if you look close, oh my God, like there's so many faces on that thing. It's wild.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was a fun one to do for sure. And the whole time I'm doing it, I'm like, oh man, is this going to come out good? I don't even know. And then it seems like most people really enjoy it. So I'm glad it's talking to people that way.
Absolutely. Now, this is called the action issue of this mag. Yeah. And, of course, in this picture, everybody's springing into action. We got protest signs all over the place and lots of smoke and cannabis going on. Quite a busy photograph. It's one of the, or sketching. I want to say photograph because I'm looking at a photograph of it. But it's one of them ones you could stare at and find something new every time you look at it.
Nice. Yeah, that was totally the goal. So awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. It's a very, very cool. Have we lost Al?
No, I'm still here.
I'm still silent.
I'm still here. I'm going through his page looking for these drawings. His main page is so long.
I know.
Yeah.
But there's so much cool stuff on
I
it.
Know.
Right?
I know.
There's so much cool stuff on it.
I'm trying to follow along and look at the pictures, Well, not pictures, but the drawings. And, okay, where's Chanel? Okay. Scroll. Oh, shit, did I go back up again?
I should have went in order for you so you could keep up.
Yeah. but I am here. I am here, and I just updated the information on the post of the show too. I was doing that as well.
Right on.
Yeah.
So you've been drawing for this mag for quite a while, doing a lot of like interior stuff, right? Is this how does it feel to have the cover?
It's awesome. I love it.
You buy 5 copies for your mother?
Of course. Of course. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That is one of the first people I always make sure I get some copies of what I've been doing, whether it's like a sticker or, just a little fanzine or something, whatever. I always get something for my mom and my dad for sure.
Oh boy, that a boy, that a man. That's the way to do it. Absolutely.
Okay,
always take care of mom.
I'm gonna send Kim scrambling here.
Oh God! All right, where am I going?
There's one set here. As I scroll down, I see where you've taken an actual picture of a Jerry Day festival, I believe. Jerry Day, yeah. This is back in 2019, and you've taken a picture of the event. It looks like somebody was standing there in the middle. You can see the crowd, and you can see a big wall there with a video or something running on, or you can see some musicians on the stage, and then the bottom half of the picture, you have your actual drawing of that picture.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
Yeah, that looks cool, exactly. And you got the music going out. In your sketch. Yeah, and you even got Jerry's glasses down. Got him down, looking over top. Yeah, matches what's... Yeah, cool. Very nice.
That was San Francisco.
Yes.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a great event. I've definitely... My time living in San Francisco and Oakland has taught me to appreciate the Grateful Dead. So I was very happy to attend that show and do that sketch. So that was great.
Yeah, I see in just above that you actually have your whole sketch of the same thing, and you've got the Grateful Dead logo in there, and it's all in color, and it looks really good.
Yeah. Very cool stuff. It is.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
It's like somebody sitting there leaning back, and they've got their feet on someone's back. That's relaxed.
Nice.
But that's very cool. Good stuff. Elkie Art Fair.
Yeah, that would be Seattle, the Alki Art Fair.
Yeah.
So that'd be...
Go ahead.
Yeah, West Seattle. Yep.
Yeah, is that so? That'd be a live drawing as well. As I see that you've got, there's a band there on stage. You got vendors in the drawing, people sitting around doing things. Yeah.
Totally. A live drawing.
Oh.
That was a sketchbook drawing, I believe. So, like, whereas the Jerry Day one is a watercolor drawing, the Alki Art Fair, more just me drawing in my sketchbook. Very low pressure. I'm just walking around, like, low key, have my book out, drawing and putting like a collage together. Whereas, like, the Jerry one was a watercolor, more of like I have my stuff set up around me. I'm stationary, and I'm working on the piece right there in front of everyone.
Yes, okay. I see here just above that you've got a photo of a drawing, and you can see the watercolors in the part of the photo.
Okay.
Of it, yeah. You can see there in the Elkie art, you even got the guys canoeing out there, and you see the waves in the water, the whole bit.
Yeah, I mean, all of his art is it's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. He gets into some details that I don't know how you do that with a pencil.
I see he's got I see he's got a mushroom in his botanical garden here.
Yes. I spotted the mushroom as well. Spotted the mushroom.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for the cannabis plant. But that's a very that's a very nice drawing. It's very, very bright, and clean. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, the cannabis was probably in my pipe at the time getting smoked. So.
Already harvested. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, the bizarre apartment building complex thing, house thing is very fucking cool as well.
Nice.
Bizarre life. There's a lot of really trippy stuff.
There is.
Another one that you can sit and you can look at that for probably a year, and every time you look at it, you're going to find something new. It's very cool, very engaging.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great to hear. Sometimes I don't hear feedback on these things, so hearing you say that, I'm just like, all right, perfect. It did what I wanted it to do.
Yeah,
excellent.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's not all that kind of stuff either.
No.
You get into, more hard-hitting stuff, where you draw more realistically. You've got your Star Wars stuff, of course, but then you get into stuff like, doing a sketch from the grassy knoll.
Okay, yep. Yeah, the grassy knoll in Dallas, Texas, where JFK was shot. Yep.
You get into some stuff that I would see on in movies, like along the theme of space type people. I don't know what you call them, aliens, people, or whatever. Even right down to the guy who lives like into the ocean, 7,000 leagues under the sea, some type of creatures and things like that within your drawings as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Very cool. Some of the details that you've got from this grassy knoll, that is very cool. You've got, the buildings in the background, the street, the road, the cars going down. This is where JFK was shot, right? So, I mean, people visit this spot on a regular basis. To see it put in this kind of form, the flag is flying, you can see it moving.
As I keep scrolling down this page here, have you been doing like artwork for? Like it looks like you're doing some stuff, maybe commission some stuff for murals, side of the building or something. Because it looks like there's one there where looks like you're standing in front of a podium, and there's some artwork in behind you, and there's some people there.
Yes, I have done murals. The biggest one was for the city of Frisco. I did it was like a 70-foot mural. That took like a month to do. Yeah. But yeah, I've been doing murals lately. I love to paint, I just love to create really, but there is something totally different about creating a mural versus like drawing in a sketch pad. But I miss doing the murals a little bit. I haven't done them lately as much, but yeah, I've been doing a few of those, and those have been really fun, and they pay really good too. So
now it's gotta be like I've never been able to ask an artist, tied down artists and stuff like that. But if you're used to like on a sketch pad or whatever, and then you've got to take that and blow that up to put on the side of a building. There's a whole different thing of like when it comes to drawing as far as how big you make things and placements and stuff like that. How what I'm sort of trying to get at? Yeah.
Totally. And something like that, it's best to know what you're going to be painting on. So if it's like, okay, I'm painting on this wall, it's this long, this high, so it's best to know that beforehand, so when you're creating the drawing, the concept artwork, you have that, so there's not it'll minimize your what you have to adjust from transferring to the paper to the wall.
Okay, so. Good. Yeah, sports. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at here.
I gotta ask a question here. Is this true or about no sketchbooks allowed on this? What is that, Alki Beach?
That is actually a very funny story. Okay, so I'll tell you the story on this one. I'm in Seattle on Alki Beach, and I'm just sitting there sketching, drawing. And I come upon this sign, and I take a photo of it. It says, I believe the original sign says, like, no skateboards allowed or something. And so I'm just having fun Photoshop, and I photoshopped the no sketchbooks allowed just for fun.
I'm thinking this can't be real.
I read something.
Here's the thing. I end up posting that photo to Facebook, like at 2 a.m. and I go to sleep, and I'm just like, okay, I'll have a couple friends comment on it. I wake up the next morning, it's almost gone viral. Like, there's been 56 shares. People are trying to organize this whole event at the beach where they're going to bring their sketchbooks and sketch in a protest. It was crazy. Like, that was probably my only real thing of going viral. But that was funny. I eventually had to, like, put the fire out that I created and let everyone know. No, it was just a joke.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
When I saw that, it said March the 31st, and then I think there's a comment from you, something about an April Fool's joke, eh? And I thought, right.
That's why I had to ask. And I'm looking at this site, and I saw that comment, and I thought, okay, this can't be real. I've got to ask what the story is behind this shit. Because
did a real good job of photoshopping it.
You did a good job on Photoshop. Yes, Boulet, you
Thank
did.
you.
You did.
If I had known it had gotten so big and out of control, I would have planned it better and had like a party at the beach or something. Let's meet and protest, and everyone shows up and it ends up being like this giant like keg party, and yeah, we're all sitting around. But yeah,
now,
I woke up. Yeah,
go ahead, finish your story. When you woke up.
I was just saying, I woke up and I saw how out of control it was, and I was just like, I got to put this fire out. I didn't think much else about it. So
yeah,
and you know, afterwards looking at it, I was like, oh man, I could have taken advantage of that.
Now, when you do those murals, is there a special paint that you use to do all those? Like I can see some, you can see with the spray can and stuff like that, eh? And you know, we all see murals everywhere, but you know, obviously, like you know, you've done a fantastic job there, and you know, being commissioned to do it and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, is there a special paint that's there, or does it have to be coated or covered in order for durability and to last?
Well, yes to all those questions. So, for the like an outside mural, you can use a different kind of paint, an exterior type paint, but for something outside, spray paint is going to be the best. The colors are bright. They're gonna last. The way it applies to the wall is just perfect. In an interior mural, you're not going to be able to use spray paint because the spray paint is going to smell. It's going to leave a...
Oh.
He was doing so good.
Oh, he was doing so good. So well.
So good.
Just so you know, I'm on it. I'm calling him back. Here he is. He's back.
All right. Well, we got pretty far without the call dropping. So
good.
Yes, that's right. So yeah, the paint. We were talking about the paint. Inside the smell would just be brutal. Yeah, you don't want us to do spray paint inside.
You'd want to use like an interior type of acrylic or something. And there's several different kinds you can use. A quick Google search can give you even better information on that. But yeah, any type of acrylic interior paint would be good for inside mural.
Now, when you do these outside murals, is there like wall preparation work that's required? Like, you know, like I think that maybe there might be some holes, or whether you have to put clean it down with something in order to make sure there's any dirts and oils and stuff like that are removed.
Totally. You don't want to have any holes, so you can just fill that in with like a putty or something, and then if the wall needs it, you can do a base coat on it, some type of just a white matte to be your bottom layer, and then you can just start painting on top of that.
Okay, good. Alrighty.
Yeah,
all right.
Very
well,
cool. You've done some amazing murals, that's for sure. We're going to get into a few more murals, but I think Al's going to take us to a break.
That's right. I sure am. Off to break we go. Afterwards, Kim and I will continue our conversation with our guest, Joshua Boulet. You're listening to the Pace Radio Show. We are live here at paceradio.net. You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
At Legacy 420, we believe in being different.
Experience the difference of quality control.
Our labs provide tested formulations for all of our products.
Experience the difference in trust.
Our customers can trust that we are following up-to-date COVID precautions for their safety.
Experience the difference in accessibility.
We're open 7 days a week. Please visit our website, legacy420.com, or contact us for curbside pickup as well as nationwide mail order shipping.
Legacy 420 values overall wellness.
Come and experience the difference of Legacy 420.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
The People's Alliance of Cannabis in Canada is an organization working to improve cannabis legalization in Canada. They have a mission and values that includes all Canadians, no matter where they come from. The values are including everyone, as no one should be excluded from participating, equality, diversity, advocacy, along with cannabis education and research, plus industry, safety, and professional standards. If this is an organization that has the same values as you, check them out at peoplesallianceofcannabisincanada.ca. Once again, peoplesallianceofcannabisincanada.ca. Check them out.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
The People Advocating Cannabis Education Radio Network provides its listeners with news, information, and a place to be heard. This is done with a twice-weekly broadcast of the Reefer Reporters and by providing cannabis advocates a place to be heard through Cannabis and Coffee to Marijuana and the award-winning Pace Radio Show. Catch it all here at paceradio.net.
A doctor's job is to relieve your pains. And when it comes to growing cannabis, the biggest pain is trimming. Let Dr. Buck Cannabis Trimming Solutions take the pain away. Whether you're a home grower or a commercial operation, we have the cure. From 4 plants to 400 plants, garden size doesn't matter. Dr. Buck Cannabis Trimming Solutions comes to you with years of experience and professional discreet service. It's simple. We trim your weed and we do a damn good job. Visit drbuckcts.com to book your trimming.
What is the People Advocating Cannabis Education Radio Network? It's a network of people advocating cannabis education.
CP operates a medicinal cannabis signing clinic. If you want to grow your own medicinal cannabis and are located anywhere in Canada, then I'd like to suggest that you give them a call. They can be reached at 1-613-967-9888. That's 1-613-967-9888, and grow on with CP.
Who has huge buds? You do. If you shop at BMA Hydroponics, attend one of BMA's educational seminars and learn the secrets of growing, harvesting, processing, and consuming quality cannabis and cannabis products. Learn how to make better extracts, edibles, and medicinal creams at prices you can afford. Visit BMA Hydroponics at 404 Maitland Drive, Belleville, or call 613-967-9888.
The only way to go.
We are People Advocating Cannabis Education here at paceradio.net. Hey, welcome back and thanks for tuning in to the Pace Radio Show. We are being broadcasted live here at paceradio.net as well as at thepaceradioshow.com. Tonight on the program we're joined by our guest artist Joshua Boulet and my joint host Northern Ontario Kim Cooper. We've been talking art and photos and pictures and traveling in the world tonight, Kim. I know we're still talking art coming in this third segment.
Yeah, we are. I want to cover a bit about this Frisco mural. that Boulet did. It's just amazing the amount of stuff in this, and it really describes what's going on in this area really well. It's a representation of everything that happens, from fireworks to music to dance to sports. Everything is covered in there. And the photos of you creating this, like from drawing it on that wall to painting it and climbing up scaffolding and everything else, just wild.
Yeah, that was a fun project, but at the same time very difficult because there was so much work required to do that. In some ways, I almost think it broke me a little bit, but I'm still here, so didn't last too long.
Yeah, and that mural, I mean, it's just epic. There's so much going on in there. Yeah. It just represents absolutely every culture and every activity that this city has.
Yeah. That was my goal. That was definitely my goal, is to put as much in there as possible. So, just like you said, to capture everyone, so everyone could look at it and maybe see something that they can identify with. That would be my goal, and a lot of my pieces, actually.
Yeah, and it so shines through. I mean, we had to talk about that, and I love the little spot on the end that's sort of like a blank page with somebody's arm reaching up from beyond to sort of right in the corner. I mean, what a great idea to allow people to put what they want there for a photo opportunity.
Right. Yeah, and hopefully
put yourself in the mural that way.
Yep.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and that goes back to me trying to have people interact with my art. So that's exactly what that's for.
Yeah, you can see in the one picture of the scaffolding, and the scaffolding is covered up. You can see that spot that Kim's talking about where there is no. It's just the board is there. It's a white board, and when you scroll down like 3 pictures, you can see where it says "See yourself in Frisco." So it's inviting people to stand there.
You can stand in front of it, you take a picture, and now you've got a frame around you, and you are now part of the mural.
Yeah.
And it's like a picture that's clipped up onto the wall. It's very cool. You can see the page torn sort of away from the frame of the clip.
Nice.
It's very cool. I really, really, really like that.
So you would have to draw that on, like, I guess basically outline it first. Is that when I scroll down, there's a picture there with somebody by the name of Stacy. It says that you've known Stacy since high school, and you're standing in front of, looks like the drawing before it's been colored, or is that how that would be done?
Yeah, so Stacy's actually my friend from high school. She actually is the one who told me about the mural, the project, and I applied to it, and then I got the job. But she's the one who let me know about it. So how I would do that, or how I did that mural, is yes, I projected my drawing onto the wall, and I traced my drawing onto the wall. So there's several ways to put your drawing onto the wall. Like you can do a grid system, things like that. But how I did that was I projected my sketch onto the wall, and then I drew over the sketch, so I had the actual sketch drawn on the wall. Yeah.
Oh, that is very cool. Yeah, it is. It's such amazing work. And the finished product is just fantastic. I can't say enough about it. I really encourage people, if they're not following Boulet already, you're missing out. You really should be, because this guy, he invokes feelings in from pencil, and I've never had that from a sketch artist before. Different paintings, other mediums are more apt, I think, to do that because there's more potential to do that because there's so many things going on with that medium. You can add color, this and that. But sketches, wow, to do that with a pencil is very, very cool. Can't say enough about it. And I want to get back to the cannabis a little bit before we go anywhere else. You're always up for more work in the cannabis community, right?
Oh, totally.
And there's so much going on in California.
Yeah. Oh yeah, California's doing great right now. Last time I was there, I remember this guy going, "Hey man, can I borrow your lighter?" And he lights up a blunt, and I'm like, "Oh wait, you can just smoke on the street here?" And he's like, "Of course, man, it's California." Okay, awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I'm always down for doing more. Especially trying to do my part. The plant has given me so much, so try to give back a little bit. And I don't know how successful I am quite at giving back to it, but I try. So
absolutely. Well, with many majority, I think every artist I've ever met is a cannabis consumer, and they say cannabis brings them so much because it helps them with their creative juices. So giving back seems like the right thing to do, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And I felt like that for a while too, so yeah, I've had a little bit of time to try to do that. Yeah,
absolutely. And this cover is fantastic, and it's a U.S. magazine, of course. That's where you are, is down south of the border. But
yeah, I'm sorry,
I'm already in talks with Boulet. So I'm trying to entice him to sign a copy for me and mail it up.
Yes, I will definitely do that. I don't have any currently right now, but I'm told they're sending them some to me, so as soon as I get them, I will do that for sure.
Awesome. I'll add that. I'll put that in a nice little frame up on my wall in my office. Say yes, Boulet signed that for me. Isn't that nice?
Kim talked earlier about the no sketching photo, and you told that story. Now I'm scrolled down further, and I see another one that says no sketching, and it actually looks like a metal sign in a window.
Yeah, that was actually the first one I did. So, for a while there, I was just like, okay, every time I see a no skateboarding sign, I'm going to take a photo of it and turn it into no sketching.
It was a thing!
And it was just something I was doing to entertain myself, and, I posted to social media, but it was mainly just to entertain myself, and I had no idea it was going to get crazy.
Well, see, because you've got that there, and below it is a bunch of other sketches in there, and I thought, well, maybe this is outside of some business. Like telling people to.
Boulet being Boulet.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see an April Fool's joke written on there anywhere.
No. That was the first one I did. And I think I was just waiting for the bus, and I saw that and took a photo of it. So, yeah. I was like, you can't tell me where not to sketch. I'm going to stand right here and sketch. Watch.
Watch me sketch. Oh, fantastic. I mean, what a life you've had the opportunity to live through your art medium, bringing people together, sketching your way across the planet. Just a fantastic story, and leaving behind such a marvelous creative wake in your path.
Nice. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Question. I'm at some videos or pictures here. I don't know, halfway down through your page here, and I've seen it throughout. On some of them, you post a video underneath the sketch. Is that because I'm busy here doing the show here? I'm not watching the video, but is that like a video of you doing the actual sketch that's maybe in slow motion, or a bunch of photos that have been made into a video, or something along that line?
Yeah, so it's a video of me drawing. I have the GoPro, and I set it up so that I can it captures what I'm drawing, and then I'll go ahead and put that in the computer and edit it and speed it up so that maybe an hour drawing is condensed to 4 seconds, so you can kind of see how I'm doing it in a very quick way.
Yes, yeah. I was gonna say an hour drawing. You got to spend more than an hour on these, but
Yeah.
that would be cool. I'm gonna take an opportunity when we're done and watch one of these videos. And,
the time lapse one, the Frisco, Texas one is really cool, Al.
And I have you could, if you get lost in it, that'd be awesome. I have ones from Thailand, Malaysia.
The monk tripping with the monk.
Yeah,
that was cool. I've watched most of them. Yeah. Tripping with the monk was really cool. Was that what it was? Yeah. What was it called? It was something with the monk, not tripping. What the hell was it?
I can't remember right now. I think it was just like spending the day with something along the lines of just spending the day with the monk. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, kick it with the monk. I think.
Probably, yeah, kicking it with the monk. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Something along those lines, tripping or something like that. I thought that was very cool. In Thailand. Yeah. But yeah, you've got some very cool videos out there that show what you're doing. The time-lapse stuff is especially interesting.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I just try to do that to give like a better understanding of what I'm doing and maybe capture it in a different way.
Right.
So that's very cool to hear that. Thank you.
I just come across somebody that I know that's on your page. And yes, the Stoner Girls Guide interviews Joshua Boulet.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Actually, when I posted that you were on the show tonight on Instagram, it was liked by, I'm going to say, she doesn't use the Stoner Girls thing anymore, as far as I know. But now it's, she's going by the name of Violet something? Yes.
Violet Torrance, I think.
Torrance, yes, correct. So she was on it right away as soon as I posted that.
Nice.
Yes. So she may even be listening.
Hi, Violet.
Well, yeah, hello. I met her in Toronto, and she's been a friend. We've been friends since then, and we always like each other's posts, and I enjoy seeing her sketches as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's another great connection I made through visiting the TY Expo.
Exactly.
So much good. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So many good people in the cannabis community that flock to cannabis events and stuff. During your travels, did you have an opportunity to attend any cannabis events that are outside of North America?
Oh man, I wish not that I can think of off the top of my head. There was one in Poland though, where I missed it by a few days, and I was like contemplating just staying extra to hang out and check it out. But that would have been the one where I've been like, yeah, that'd been cool. But that was in Warsaw. I forget. I think it was just like I'd already had my tickets booked and everything set up, and
yeah, just missed it by a hair. But then you go wind up in places, like Thailand. Like right now, Thailand's doing well, but during the time that you were there, Prohibition was like big time.
Oh, sure would have been. Sure, yeah, he dropped. I'm on it.
Hey, Giles on it. He dropped it. One more time for the road.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, it's good for the road,
I had to go to the store. I'm back.
So Thailand. We're talking about Thailand.
When you were there, Prohibition was harsh, right?
In Thailand, I think it still is. I'm not sure, but yes.
Yeah, they've opened up quite a bit, actually. They've got a medical program in Thailand now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and people can supply the hospitals with cannabis. And it's in like restaurants now, for example. Yeah. There's dishes that they serve, and they include like the actual cannabis leaf.
Cannabis leaf.
Yeah. Yeah, they do have different restrictions on and things like that, but the leaf and things that...
Yeah, Thailand is like...
Cannabis light.
It busted the doors wide open in Thailand. It's amazing. I bet you would see a huge difference if you went there now compared to the last time you were there.
Well, I definitely am planning on going back, so that's going to be good to know. But it's actually funny. Thailand is one of the spots where I picked up some cannabis. Yeah, it was like some guy on the street just like yelling at people, "Hey, you want some cannabis or weed? You want weed?" And I ended up getting some from him. But that's interesting to know, because at the time I was like, "Why did I buy this? How am I going to smoke this?" I was all freaking out. I was like, "I'm going to
Well, Thailand may be one of your safe spots in the future.
Never mind, right. Never mind the smell while you're smoking it, but the smell will continue because it's on your clothing, on your hands, all that stuff.
Right, that's right. Now it doesn't matter in Thailand; it's in the restaurant.
So now that we know that end of the story, how was it?
The weed.
Well, it was like definitely not high quality. It was like real brown and had a lot of seeds in it. If I remember correctly. But the thing was, I had been already without smoking for like a month, so
anything works.
Anything works. It was great.
Your tolerance level had decreased big time.
Yeah.
Right. I just rolled it up
the best shit I ever smoked.
Yeah, exactly. The best shit I ever smoked in Asia.
You're for sure.
Yeah. I just rolled it up into a couple joints, and I was good. I was good to go.
Yeah. I would imagine. That's for sure.
That's freaking hilarious. That is freaking hilarious. Well, we're coming on to close to the end of the show. Boulet, I love chatting with you. I want to make sure we get in all of your information and anything. Is there a topic or a piece that you want to discuss in these final few minutes that we haven't talked about already?
I mean, I think we've done a good job. I guess I would plug some of my books and stuff. Like, we talked a lot about the Sketch the World. I actually have the first volume, my Europe tour, available online at Amazon. I think you just type in either my name or Sketch the World, and you'll pull that up. I think it's only $5 for like 40 pages of the art.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow. I'm on my way.
So there's that, and then also the Green Reefer stuff, my cannabis superhero. I have him online as well. You can get that at like the website thegreenreefer.com, or I have it on the Comixology as well. So if you have that platform, you can get it there as well.
Very cool, very cool. Thegreenreefer.com. And for all of our cannabis consumers out there, let's show Boulet some love and help him pay a little bit of the rent and pick up something from The Reefer. And you can grab a whole collection of his shit for $5. I mean, that's a deal and a half on any day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And I guarantee you're going to enjoy something about it. So that's a guarantee I'll make to you. To who's ever thinking about getting something.
Absolutely. 100%.
Like, I can tell you, I've been scrolling on this page the whole show, and I think I got to the bottom once. You got a lot of stuff on there. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And you can order this stuff. You can order this stuff that I'm seeing on here, or.
Yeah. If you want to contact me, I'll definitely work something out for you. You tell me what you want, I can get it for you.
Yeah,
no problem.
Good stuff.
Excellent. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk later on.
Jimmy's burning his guitar.
Oh, Jimmy's burning his guitar.
Yeah. Jimi Hendrix burns his lover.
Nice.
He's in flames. Oh. All right. So, was there anything else you want to touch on before we get into your? Kim mentioned you mentioned the books and all that. Anything else before
magazine. Get the magazine. Go out and buy the magazine. He created the cover. The magazine is going to be awesome. Magazine has content for cannabis consumers far and wide.
Yes.
Let's plug the name of that magazine one more time, Boulet.
You can pick it up at leafnation.com. It's called Northwest Leaf. And yeah, get it. You're going to find something good in there, I bet, as well.
Yeah, man.
So,
man. Right. Leaf.
And I drew the cover for it.
Yeah, gotta buy that. For sure.
All right, shall we do the shout out?
Yeah, let's do shout outs. Yeah.
Person, place, a thing, a website. If you mention it once or twice or 10 times during the broadcast, feel free to do it again. And if you got more than one, you want to do 4, that's fine.
Okay. You want me to do that now?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. The main website that you guys have all been looking at and that we've been talking about is just my name website. It's joshuaboulet.com. So BOULET.com. You go there, it's going to have pretty much everything we just talked about on that website.
And you're on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, I am. I'm on and YouTube to watch the videos that of me drawing. You probably just type in my name, joshuaboulet.com, or my name, or Boulet420 is what I use a lot as well. So either one of those should work. But you'll be able to get my email, my YouTube videos on there.
Awesome sauce.
All right.
Yeah.
Boulet420. Just so I'm just gonna search this out here and add this to the post of the show.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Boulet420.
Yeah.
Let me know if it works, because as I was saying, I was like, I don't know if that works. I know if you type my name, it'll work.
Joshua Boulet, for sure. Type in just his name, or just go to that website for the joshuaboulet.com. There's links to the YouTube page as well. You can watch the video right on his website, and then you can go to YouTube from there and find more.
Yeah.
Yes. I pretty much just wanted to say Boulet420, to be honest. So that's
make it a hashtag. Make it a hashtag. Just create the hashtag. It's all good.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I got the link.
There you go. You got the link.
I got it. All right, Kim. Go ahead.
Shout out for me. Oh, you want to say something else? Go ahead, John. Go ahead, Boulet.
No, I was just going to say this has been fun. I've enjoyed talking to you guys, so that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're more than welcome.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure having you on. I really am glad that you agreed to come on the show with us today. Big fan of your work, so I'm glad that we were able to highlight some of your stuff here on the network. Really thrilled that you came on. Today, for my shout out, I'd like to welcome 2 new members to the IWK team. The IWK 710 Daily Sesh that we have each and every day on Facebook and various social media platforms, live streamed through StreamYard. We have Mimi Cannabis joining us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mimi Cannabis has been around for a long time and is going to be bringing us lots of great content with some interviews with some fantastic folks in the future and talking
nice
about
addition.
Out there. So looking forward to having Mimi join us on the IWK Daily Sesh. And on Fridays, we've got the one and only, the Cannabis Fairy, Janine Mora, traveler extraordinaire, travels the globe going to cannabis events all over the place, Spanibus and more, High Times, Cups in Amsterdam, all over Europe, traveling through cannabis and taking her cannabis with her and spreading the cannabis love as the Cannabis Fairy. So it'll be great to have Janine on talking about her experiences with cannabis traveling Europe on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Cannabis Information with Northern Ontario Kim on Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, and just a reminder that tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Reefer Reporters, you and Cindy?
Yep, Reefer Reporters in the morning, Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, catch the video, live video on Facebook as well as on YouTube, and catch the podcast afterwards at paceradio.net.
Yeah, Pace Radio, yay! Yeah, Reefer Reporters is great, reporting on the regular daily news that's going on around the globe with cannabis and keeping everybody informed about the green wave.
That's right. Okay, let's see. Next week, we'll return with Julie and her special guest. You can find the Pace Radio Network.
I got to make him another plug. One more plug real quick. 2 weeks from tonight, on the 19th. Gary Pallister is in the house, and we're going to be joined with Gary Pallister as well as Kim Saltarsky, and we're going to talk about a brand new documentary coming out called Mend, Mother Earth Natural Design, and we're going to talk about Rob Mahey and the mission that Gary and Rob have been on to spread information to patients using cannabis.
I seen Gary post something about documentary, so it'd be good to be able to follow up and see what all he's doing, and he's done some great work up there, so it's good to see.
Yeah 2 weeks from tonight.
Yep. All right, looking forward to that too. All right, so you can find the Pace Radio Network on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and you can find us online at paceradio.net or pace-online.ca. Thank yous as always go out to our sponsors, bmahydroponics.com, Legacy420.com. Just so you know, Kim, Legacy doesn't have a Facebook page right now.
Oh.
Yeah, Facebook got him. Took it down on him.
Down for you. You're gone.
Yeah, shut them down. I'm sure they're working on that. The Camelford Lifestyle Shop in downtown Camelford, as well as Dr. Buck Cannabis Trimming Solutions, found at drbuckcts.com. And as always, thank you, Josh, for coming on the show and talking to us about your art. It was really interesting to listen to, and I look forward to watching some of those videos.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
And as always, Kim, thank you for all you do. And,
thank you, Al.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning into the program. We'll see you all next week. Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net. Do you want to hear what patients and cannabis advocates have to say? If so, then catch the Pace Radio Show Wednesday nights here on paceradio.net.
We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.